Hi, welcome Leo. So today we're going to be talking about the plant life cycle. But before we begin, let's go back a little bit to yesterday's lesson. So yesterday, remember we read the book, The Life of a Butterfly?
Yes.
So yesterday, where did the butterfly lay her eggs?
The butterfly laid her eggs on a leaf.
Correct. And after the egg has hatched, what happens to that little caterpillar? What does it turn into?
A cocoon.
A cocoon, right? And after the cocoon is done hatching, does it stay as a little caterpillar or does it turn into something else?
No, it turns into something else, a butterfly.
It turns into a butterfly, you're right. So does that mean that all animals, when they hatch from an egg, it's going to turn into a butterfly, or each animal goes to their own life cycle?
Life cycle?
Yeah, you're right. So each animal goes through its own life cycle. All right. So now to start our lesson, we're going to watch a brain pop video teaching us the plant life cycle now.
A seed is planted in the soil. Plants need sun and water to grow strong. With all the proper nutrients, the seed starts to grow roots. The seed starts pushing up through the soil, and a sprout is born. The stem keeps growing and growing, and a bud is formed at the top. The bud blossoms and turns into a beautiful flower. The flower is now fully grown and produces pollen. Bees and other insects carry pollen from flower to flower. This process of pollination creates seeds. These seeds are scattered by wind or animals. And the process starts all over again.
All right. So now that we watched that video, was the plant first or was the seed first?
The seed was first.
The seed was first, right? And what are the 3 factors mentioned in the video to help a plant grow?
Soil, sun, and water.
Correct. All right. So what happens after the plant starts to grow? What does it form?
Into a flower.
Into a flower, right? So after the flower has formed, does anything else happen?
Yes.
What happens after the flower is formed?
Pollen.
Pollen.
Animals grab pollen.
Animals grab pollen, right? So with that pollen, is it just food for their tummies or is it something else? What happens with that pollen?
It's to restart the cycle of a flower.
Exactly. So what does it do? Is it insects that spread it? Animals that spread it? What spreads the seeds?
Animals and wind.
Animals and wind, correct. So now that we've talked about it, now I'm going to sit down with you and we're going to create our life cycle plant together. And once you're done, you get to create a life cycle plant about one from your native country.
Okay, Miss S.